Another top table gourmet poll winner is Chef Allen's in Miami, or more accurately, the northern suburb of Aventura. Chef owner Alan Sussa, a native New Yorker, is associated with New World cuisine, a fusion of Caribbean, Asian, and Hispanic cooking. His dessert is a melted chocolate cakelet.
Just get that started.
Using a double boiler, the chef melts chocolate and butter.
Okay, and it doesn't take long. You can actually do this in a microwave. One of the few things I'll say are okay in the microwave. Don't use the stainless steel bowl, though. Use a plastic or a plexi container, and you can melt it on medium for about a minute, minute and a half, depending on your microwave. With the eggs, going to put it into the KitchenAid mixer.
The chef begins the cake batter.
Along with the sugar. About a cup of sugar. Vanilla. And a pinch of salt. Okay, all that goes inside. And I'm going to start it off just till it cooperates with us and blends together. Going to bring it up in speed. What we want to do overall is going to increase the volume. Okay, as it whips, it's going to increase the volume. We want to almost triple the volume altogether. So we're going to let that run in that sort of fashion. We're going to be adding in some orange flavor in a couple different fashions. Okay, one is curacao. This blue liquid here, which actually, if you go to Curacao, it doesn't have to be blue. It's orange, it's almost any color, but here in the States, it seems to be all blue coloration, and we think of Curacao as only being blue. It's actually an orange liqueur coming from sour oranges, one of the types of oranges. So we're going to be adding that into the chocolate in a few minutes, but then also to keep intensifying that orange flavor, we're going to do a couple of things. We're going to grate the orange to get the natural zest out of it and the essential oils that are in the skin. And so just taking a grater, grating those flavors off. Okay, and that going to just reserve for a few minutes, because then we're also going to take the orange and peel that off. Peel the skin off, take the pith and the skin, removing that. Just working cleanly. That's what we want to do here. Is two things. Working over a bowl, we want to take these segments, which we're going to use for garnish on this dessert. Okay, removing the segments in that sort of fashion. You're going to get most of it just in between, cutting nicely. Okay, so we've got all those segments. Then I'm going to take the rest of this juice, combine it with the zest, just with a nice squeeze. In there, okay? Also, any juice that's fallen in, we want to get that juice as well. Take a look here. It's whipped up nicely, coming firm. We're getting there. It's real close to that finishing. On the chocolate side, just going to whisk that together, putting the chocolate and the butter together in there. Comes to be nice and fudgy. Creamy, great gloss color to it. And then going to add in the curacao, which is an orange liqueur. If you wanted to do Grand Marnier with that, if you wanted to do a Cointreau, a triple sec, any of those would work in that orange flavoring that we want to get. Okay, and this I'm going to just set aside for a few moments to let that cool down. Okay, we've got the eggs and sugar. I'm going to add in the zest and the orange juice. want to get all of that in there. Okay, and pick it back up again so it just gets nice and creamed.
The egg mixture is combined with the melted chocolate.
Okay, and so that you can see the volume of the eggs together. Going to add all of that in. Okay, all of it goes into the chocolate. And what we're going to do is start to fold this in. Just going to get a couple little folds on that. I'm going to add in a little bit of flour for some texture on that. So about 2 tablespoons of flour. And I'm going to continue to fold it. Okay, folding means taking from the bottom and pulling it up on the top, just like that. So we're trying to maintain the airiness, not to lose the airiness from the whipping of the eggs.
The ramekins have been coated with butter and sugar. Bake at 400 degrees for about 12 minutes.
Nice rich chocolate, though real light and airy, and you'll see that. Clean them up on the sides a little. Orange and chocolate work very well together. The intensity of the orange and a little bit of tartness to it. I guess it's like using bittersweet chocolate. You have the flavors with a little bit of that bitter from the orange, the sweet and the bitter from the orange, as well using the curacao for that alcohol, which is really good, although it bakes off in the process.
After baking, allow to cool and run a knife around the edge.
After inverting and leaving the ramekin upside down for about a minute to cool down and let the cake set, what we do is pull it up and remove it. Okay? Then with that, what we're going to do is put a nice dusting, confectioner's sugar on it. You can garnish it with the orange segments. You can do a couple of segments on each spot there. And then we could just put a touch of the blue curacao on the plate to give it a little bit of fluorescence to it. Wonderful melted chocolate curacao.